Productive Dentist Academy podcast network.
The best thing about being able to talk to your best friends and your closest friends is little pieces of advice and encouragement that you might not otherwise get. But as business owners, as leaders, as moms, as dads, as husbands, as wives, we don't always have the time for that, or we don't always make time for that. And today's episode is short, to the point, so you can get about your day. And we want you to call a friend and get some support so that you can make one change to send your life in a positive direction. Chad, welcome to Everyday Practices Dental Podcast.
Yes.
So it feels like forever since we've recorded together because you've been busy dentisting.
All right, something. Yeah. Or working in my greenhouse. That's my new thing. But Regan, good to see you.
It's phenomenal to see you too.
Yeah.
We're actually doing this short and to the point so that we can get back to our own friend time and catch up with each other, because that's when people talk about balance. Do you have balance in your life? No, you never have balance, no matter how hard you try.
I suppose. Yeah. So you and I were talking about allergies and allergens and stuff like that with our family. And that brought me to you mentioning that you're just like, we were talking about your tonsils and tonsil removal, and is that actually a good decision when you're cutting out tissue that is a good first responder for your body in inflammatory markers and stuff like that? So then I said, when I started mouth taping, I was like, that really helped with my sore throats and everything like that, because sleep apnea with it and everything like that, and enlarged tonsils and breathing in all the dust and junk, like when I go cycling even and whatnot. So I said, mouth taping, man, has really helped me. And then you said,
I've been wanting to mouth tape forever. I'm just going to do it right now. Like, let's just do it. And
Amazon, right?
Amazon it, done. And then I thought, you know what? That took 2 seconds of my time. It's been on my to-do list for months, probably.
Yep.
And maybe, listening, maybe you're not the ADHD crew. Maybe you don't have, you have to get things done by the end of the day, and you're perfect. Well, good for you. This podcast isn't for you.
Yep. Just stop listening. Move on to the next episode.
But I mean, between all the other things that we're doing, it was easy, and it took 1 second. And I thought, what is one little thing that you can do that will point your life in a positive direction, help you out, like get you going? Like, if you're going to take 30 minutes to listen to Everyday Practices podcast, okay, take 20 minutes of that time that's there and go make a decision. What have you been sitting on? What is something that you need a little push? Let us be your virtual friend and just encourage you like you encourage me, Chad, or vice versa. We're going to have to call Maggie after this. And
that's all right.
Sure.
That's right. Well, so in case that is actually your thing, listener, it's on Amazon called 3M. So like the company 3M, like the Softlex discs, 3M Kind Removal Silicone Tape, 2-inch, and it's a 5-yard spool, but it's 2-inch medical tape that you're looking for. But the kind that I really like is the 3M Kind Removal Silicone Tape, 2-inch. Look that up on Amazon, get it. I actually am subscribed, and I get 2 of those every 6 months, and that's enough for me. So I'm on repeat order for getting that. So hope that was a good literal tip.
I forgot to ask you. I just went and did it, so I was a little impulsive. So I bought, it's rated 4.8, lowest price in 30 days, $9.99, which is 33 cents a count. Purple premium tape. It's called Good Night Tape. Pain-free removal. Can they legally say that? I don't know.
Sure.
Pain-free removal, hypoallergenic, gentle on the skin. It sings you a lullaby.
What?
No, it doesn't. I'm teasing.
Okay. You were making sure I was listening.
Yeah.
Premium tape.
Purple premium tape, 30-pack. As a clinician, are you frustrated with the high-risk patients that are in your practice right now who are not following through with your perio protocol? If so, we can fix this problem together. The Clinical Calibration Institute, powered by PDA, is hosting a free live mastermind featuring Dr. Tanya Dunlap of Perio Protect, September 30th, where she will teach you how to master biofilm control, pinpoint ideal candidates, and learn how to simplify results with the RX tray therapy. Go to clinicalcalibration.com right now to register for this free live mastermind event today.
Yeah.
So I will try this out now and let you know if it's good. And if not, I might have to go over and grab that 3M. What should we know about mouth taping if I've never tried it before, but I've seen so many, especially doctors, like swear by it, like it's their hack.
Yep. So first off, don't get 1 inch tape. Um because then like I tried one little strip and it didn't work. So then I tried Xing across and I still am pushing air out like the corners of my mouth. So 2 inch tape is the way to go. Number two, if you cannot patently breathe through your nose, then it's probably just not going to work. So if you're sick or your allergies are that bad and you can't even neti pot them clear, or you have a deviated septum, stuff like that, you're probably going to have a trouble doing this. But I mouth tape every night with my sleep appliance in for sleep apnea, both. And it's just so much better. I don't know if there's much more to say. Okay, yeah.
Well, this one looks like the Goodnight tape looks like it's got a little hole in the middle. So it looks like it's not maybe a fully taped thing. It looks like it's got a little tiny open hole.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me what you think about that. Cause I mean, I'm looking at this and I see that, but I'm just like, I think that should work. I don't know if the hole is like just to help kind of keep the lips together, but like some people might be able to kind of breathe through it, but like kind of is better than none at all. So go for it. Just do it.
Do you prevent it? You said the neti pot, and I've been doing the neti lodi pot since I was like a kid because my parents were real lovingly hippy dippy. Thank you, Mom. You're out. I love you. Do you do that as preventative? Like, do you do it every day?
I don't, but I swim 2 or 3 times a week, which is practically a neti pot. Well, okay, it's not. But I mean, I'm turned sideways.
Working in the pool, right?
No, but my buddy does. But like when you're breathing to the side with your head turned and stuff like that, I mean, it's neti pot ish. But so because I'm not claustrophobic and whatnot, it sounds oh my goodness. So I'm just being a friend. I'm just talking, okay. But I'll plug one nostril and just in the shower I'll snort some water.
You would. I was going for that. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, you were waiting. Is he going to be on it? Yes. So I plug my nose and I snort the water up and then blow it out and junk, and just to clean out my sinuses and stuff. But I really haven't done that much lately. I have to do that when it's bad, which right now it's kind of bad, but it's normally bad for me in the spring, and so that's when I'll do it. But like, I don't know, a few times and whatnot, and that does the trick. But
I only do it when I think I'm getting something. Like if I think I'm getting a bug, and I've wondered about that. Is that something that should be done? Could be done preventatively, just like brushing your teeth. Like,
I'll say this:
added to the routine
because water is not pure. Depending on where you are and whatnot. See, Iowa has pristine water. Ours is practically sterile, and so no, I'm just kidding. So I don't know if I can recommend as pure as the mountains.
Are you giving an ad to move to Iowa?
Right. So, but like, you're not supposed to do it with city water. Well, I just admitted I do, but I can't recommend that other people do. But here I am, I'm 45. And
you put city water in your nose. Are you insane?
Correct. But here I am, 45, and I've not died. So I think it's worth investigating. But yes, there could be, there's little colonies of stuff, I guess, but it's just to flush junk out. And I don't know. It works. And so you're supposed to maybe use distilled water. Better yet,
what about the water pick? Like, do you put distilled water in your water pick?
No.
Okay, I don't. I use just tap.
Correct. No. And if it makes my $50 water pick go bad in 47 months rather than 48 months, I'm willing to take the risk. I mean, I just
my nostrils more intimate than my mouth. So that's why I actually used distilled.
Yeah, see, but like as a swimmer, I've gotten over that. I just don't care. And so,
you still drink from the hose in your greenhouse?
Oh, I could. I mean, I don't, but like I'm pretty bougie, but I have a Berkey filter, so I love drinking.
In your greenhouse?
No, for like just life. I love drinking. My gallonette that you guys see, if you ever watch the video of the podcast, is Berkey filtered water.
Do you recommend that over? I have a water service. So I get a water service. So I get the, the water brought to me in the big bottles, but they're big, heavy duty plastic bottles, which makes me go, I don't know that I want to have everything in plastic all the time. And they do offer a glass version. I could have lifted that to save my life though. Correct. It would be so heavy. So
it would.
I'm like,
I don't know, like, listen, neither here nor there. Like, yes, ideally use distilled water, or ideally use sterile water. But listen, practically, the city water has not killed me yet. Now, be careful where you're doing that. I suppose if you're like, oh, I live
Disclaimer.
right down on the Rio Grande and the water's really rivery, and it's just like, maybe don't do it there. Maybe don't do it on the Hudson, river. But um yeah, I like an ozonated water, I think would be amazing. Like that would be really good. Yeah. But I've not done that. I just do regular tap water.
Are there big filters? I was just talking to somebody about ozonated water the other day. Is there like a filter for your house you could put it on your fridge or on your, I don't know how those systems even work.
You can have like whole systems put in. I'm trying to think of what the old well, Culligan was is the water delivery. I don't know, but yeah, you can have whole systems, put in and stuff like that. Normally people are selling water softeners with it and stuff like that. But you could have, I mean, if you want to look at this stuff up, I would recommend like the Berkey filter that I have at my house. Berkey. I have no,
My parents love theirs. They have one.
they have a Berkey filter?
They do.
Oh, see, we can all agree that like
I think it is. It's like a big stainless steel
correct, and it
canteen thing that
tastes
sits on their counter, and
it's got like 2 gallons on the bottom and 2 gallons on the top, and oh, it tastes so good. Yeah, I'm such a water snob, so like I
you're
love
talking about it
water.
like it's a cocktail.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so good. I went, and then when you go back and like in the winter, our water gets chlorinated more and stuff like that. And then you can like almost smell it in the shower and stuff. But I just snorted up my nose, I guess.
The first time I had water that made me stop in my tracks was up near Mount Baker in Washington, and it was my girlfriend's house, and she was running a well, and she said, "Oh yeah, the well water's great. Try it." It was so cold and it was so delicious, and I was like, "This is the best water I've had in my entire life."
Yep.
Like
Glacier National
bottle
Park
it
is
up.
like that. Yep. It's all just mountain filtered and everything. It's amazing. Because I asked the restaurant in um the town in West Glacier, but Apgar, the town, and I asked the restaurant, and this was probably 13 years ago, but it's all the same. And I was just like, do you guys, is this water like, do you guys use bottled water, or like what water do you use, or is this actually? And they're like, no, this is just straight from the tap. And I was like, this is so delicious. Hey, so back to the main point though. We're not necessarily just talking about snorting water up our nose. That would be not only weird but gross, because it's not for everyone. But the one thing, so I was telling you, Regan, that I got a hold of Bruce yesterday and just shot him a text and was like, hey Bruce, thought I'd just tell you I love you and I appreciate you. And he wrote back and he said, today I needed to hear that, thanks. And I thought that was really cool. I thought that's really cool that like that here, a big Bruce, big Dr. Bruce and stuff like that, and that I could touch him like that was pretty special to me, to have mattered in a good way for his day. So but we can all do that. So that's a one thing kind of thing where like if you're feeling like investing in other people, today might be the day where you send out a couple texts just saying, hey, just thinking about you, or hey, I love you, stuff like that. That might matter. Dentists, we have a really sucky job at times, and letting one another know that we care. I will go be so bold as to say it will make a world of a difference depending on the right timing and person. It can make a world of a difference.
More than you realize. And for those of you listening, if you don't know who Dr. Bruce is, he's the co-founder of Productive Dentist Academy. And I think it does. I think what you do is kind of what you just did was kind of called leading up. So like if you see someone that you think they're larger than life, or they're I don't know, almost like a celebrity in ways. Somebody those
shot.
yeah, they've got prominence, and they're people too. I think Brian Johnson, there's a documentary about him on Netflix. He's the dude that's like obsessed with becoming immortal. So he's doing all different tests, and he does like not just sleep tape, right? But he sleeps in a completely like oxygenated tank with all the lights, all that kind of stuff. But in the documentary, he talks about not having any friends at all. And he had his son, but then he didn't really have any friends. And so I think there is an isolation that comes with that. But the one thing could be as simple as sending out a message and just saying, hey, you're thinking of it. And you're really good. You're really, really good at that.
Okay.
Do have one final thought for you. I am really curious if you're listening to this podcast. What is the one thing you decided on? Email Regan, Regan, at productivedentist.com and let me know your one thing, or let me know what you're thinking of the podcast. I'm genuinely curious. Would love to get your feedback on that. And I wish you a really blessed week.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Take care.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Everyday Practices Podcast. It would mean the world if you can help spread the word by sharing this episode with a fellow dentist and leave us a review on iTunes or Spotify. Do you have an extraordinary story you'd like to share or feedback on how we can make this podcast even more awesome? Drop us an email at podcast@productivedentist.com. And don't forget to check out our other podcasts from Productive Dentist Academy at productivedentist.com/podcasts. See you next week.